Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome. Today I'm going to answer, this is really loud. Today I'm going to answer 21 questions. Shout out to Twitter and Instagram for sending me lots of random questions. All right, so I did get all of these questions. I wrote them on my phone. Let's start with question number 1. How do you edit your videos? Here's the funny thing about my videos. I remember in high school, I did one kind of graphic design course, and that kind of gave me the blueprint for Photoshop. I kind of put it away, but I've always been into graphic design, so to speak. But a lot of my editing for videos, for photos, has been taught through YouTube. And you're probably wondering like how much time you spend on YouTube. If you truly want to learn something, YouTube probably is a good place to start, especially if you don't want to pay money. It is a beautiful space where people really lay out videos and how-tos very, very easily. And that's how I learned how to use Final Cut. I use a little bit of Adobe Premiere, and I use Audacity for the podcast. I do my editing for the podcast actually on Final Cut. A lot of my sound and levels, that comes on Audacity. And then I learned how to upload and all of that stuff just through looking at YouTube. And the process has been amazing because I love looking at other creators, so I get ideas from them, and sometimes I try to implement little bits of different people into my videos. I would love to do a tech video of how I do my videos eventually, but I'm not really into that. But if that's what if you're interested, let me know and I'll maybe try and do something like that someday. Question 2, what do you like to do for fun? Top thing that I like to do for fun is hang out with my wife. Now, she is super fun to travel with. She is the ultimate travel organizer. Spreadsheets, journals, comments, itineraries, phone numbers, maps, everything. Like, she is the real deal. You know what, someday I'll have her come on and have her like explain just her process because it is phenomenal. Our trips are amazing because of her. Besides that, I love playing basketball. I used to play in kind of a recreational league here in Singapore, and I also like to draw. Drawing's fun. Question number 3, favorite person to cuddle with? Nirin Ramani, my wife. Question number 4, what is your meaning of life? Now, this is a really deep question. So for me, I think how do I say this? Growing up in a home where I was taught about hard work, I was taught to give back as much as possible, even if you didn't have. I think my meaning in life is to give back. And I think to be even more specific, it's to give back to my community, give back to my family, and continue to try to share my knowledge with other people to help their experiences become better. I don't know if that makes sense. I truly believe that there's this sense of hope in the world that kind of evolves around giving. That could be the simplest gesture, from a hello, a high five, a phone call. It could be as big as donating money, your time. I truly believe that my meaning of life is giving, and that's what I hope to do more of this year, and continue to keep in mind as I'm kind of walking through this journey of life, so to speak. Next question 5. Why did you cut your hair? Well, that is a very interesting question. Why is it an interesting question? Well, because my mom came about a week ago and she said, "Hey Gary, what is that on your head?" Yeah. And then I had to cut it off. I do miss it a little bit. I hope to grow it back. I'm not gonna cut it again for a little while, but I do miss it a little bit. Mama knows, child, mama knows. Number 6, why are you changing schools? Now, My alarm's going off. I've had this question a bit lately, and people are wondering like, ooh, you're changing schools. Why are you changing schools? I think for me and my wife, we've been here in Singapore for 4 years now. And I guess the cool thing about international schools is that you have that opportunity to change as much as you want. You like to explore. We are super excited to just start a new journey. Often when you start something new, you get a new energy. So we're hoping for another new energy as we go to this new school in Manila. We love Singapore. We enjoy our school. We have lots of friends that we are going to miss dearly, but we are also excited to start a new journey. Teacher salary. Now, this is a very interesting question because I have never taught in North America before, but I do know that teaching abroad definitely helps with lots of different circumstances when it comes to finances. Myself, for example, I had some student loans going into my teaching abroad. And let's get this straight because people often think you're teaching abroad, so you're teaching English. Yeah, that I'm teaching in English, but I'm not just teaching English as a second language. I have a 3rd grade class where I'm teaching math, I'm teaching science, I'm teaching social studies, and it's like a regular classroom. I'm not just in a room teaching English as a second language. So it's just like the classes that you would see in North America, a regular classroom. It's just abroad. It is not teaching just English. So with that, I know that's a salary situation in North America, specifically in the United States. I hear a lot about it not being very good, even if you are high up on like the pay scale. But I do believe that coming abroad, you'd be surprised. You are given lots of benefits in regards to housing, where you're not paying for housing, opportunities to tutor if you want to. And sometimes the place that you're living in doesn't have taxes, so you won't necessarily have to pay taxes in that country as well. I've been able to save and travel and live, I'll be honest, very comfortably here in Singapore. I'm in a great situation to save. I do find that other places, like we're going to Manila next year, things will be a lot cheaper than things are in Singapore. But if you ever want to teach abroad, you can contact me and I can give you some numbers in regards to what it could possibly look like. But you have a lot of potential to save and get out of debt if you teach abroad. Now, every school doesn't pay the same thing, obviously, but if you're looking and you're interested, I can help you. Question 11, balancing vlogging life. Now, probably been vlogging every day for about close to a month now, and I absolutely love it. Is it hard? Yes, extremely hard. Vlogging every day is like, it's insane. It's a rush. It's a little bit stressful, but at the same time, it gives me, it's like a hobby as well. I have a schedule, and this schedule I have to really zoom in on. And I have to really be very strict about when I'm posting, when I'm recording, when I'm editing. I say I'm strict on it, but it's still a work in progress. It's hard. It is not easy at all. Right now I'm vlogging every day. At some point I can definitely see myself going into once or twice a week. But right now I'm enjoying the process, and it's been extremely fun just like sharing what my days look like, what's on my mind, what I'm doing when I'm traveling, etc. Where have you traveled? Now this one is super exciting because I honestly I should probably make a list, but to name a few, I've been to Jordan, Oman, France, Greece, Qatar, Kuwait, Thailand, Vietnam, Sri Lanka, India, Kenya, Berlin. Yeah, you get my point. I've been to a lot of different places. I am extremely thankful. Never in my wildest dreams, but I thought that I could share with anybody that I've been to a lot of these places. Again, that goes back to teaching abroad. Like, you have multiple opportunities. I remember when I was in Kuwait, just because Dubai was so close, you would go to Dubai on the weekend for Rugby Sevens or the Jay-Z concert. It's a different lifestyle, a very privileged lifestyle. 14, workout and morning routine. My morning routine is a little bit scary to some people. I go in every morning around 4:10 a.m. That's right, 4 a.m. with my best friend here in Singapore, Kyle. We often go in and we get work done for about an hour and a half. We do CrossFit every morning at 6 o'clock. There is a video on that. And the thing I love about CrossFit is that it's usually something new every day. And for us in the box that we're working in, there's so many different varieties of people. So we are all consistently working towards something. And the group is just so lovely. Like, people are just so kind. They're cheering you on. We're laughing, we're joking, and we're getting our butts kicked every single day. Who do I think is going to win the NBA playoffs? Now, I love the Raptors, not just because I'm Canadian, but I truly just believe that they're a really good team this year. So my hope is that the Raptors win. The Raptors don't win. My favorite player is Chris Paul, so I hope the Houston Rockets win. But I really hate to say this, Golden State, regardless of whether Boogie Cousins is around, is going to be very difficult to beat. 17, when is your book coming out? I have no sweet clue. 18, what is your ultimate goal? To be an author. And within that, talking about what it means to be culturally responsive in the classroom. If I could stop everything right now, just draw for the rest of my life or make children's books for the rest of my life. Even though I have never made one, but I think that's what my ultimate goal is, to continue to share what I love through my writing, through my drawing, and continue to help people be aware of what it means to be culturally responsive. 19, kids. What about them? Yeah, I like kids. I know, I didn't answer your question. 20, advice to new teachers. My advice as a new teacher is to, number one, find a mentor. Don't quickly jump to the first person that gives you advice. Surface out, talk to many different people. Find someone that you truly enjoy being around, not just as a teacher, but also as a friend, because you are going to need people to simply listen and not about stuff in the classroom. So find a teacher friend who genuinely cares about your well-being and ask them, would you like to mentor me? Are you someone that I could kind of rely on when I need advice or someone to talk to? And honestly, and make mistakes. Like, don't be afraid to make mistakes. First year, you're going to be a deer in headlights. It's just what happens. Enjoy it, embrace it, get it done. Last but not least, what is your favorite social media platform? By far, and I probably would have never said this a year or two ago, Twitter. Twitter is phenomenal. I think the main reason why I love Twitter is because I feel like the Twitter people are just more real. Nothing against Instagram, but I feel like there's more professionals, and there's an older group of people who are extremely educated, who have been around the block, who've been in education for 20 plus years, that have been on Twitter for X amount of years, that can give you some really amazing advice. I think I've just started to notice that Twitter, for me anyway, is a lot more valuable. It's just, people are extremely kind, and you get some really insightful advice from some amazing people. Twitter is where it's at. Yeah, that's it. I'm out. That was 21 questions. I'll see you tomorrow with another video. I'm out. Peace.